Hello, I'm Deanna Brown, your host of the FwdProgress show, where we are encouraging creative dreamers to become authentic artists. Our first guest today is Jeremy Kingg. He is an amazing arrow, an amazing producer, rapper, intelligent young man. I mean, hold on, wait. We're gonna start the show a little different today. Here's Jeremy Kingg.
Yeah. Imagine me, backseat, watching droplets on the window like they racing. How I really feel, you can't ask me. Hey, got my headphones on, I'm probably spacing. Missing link, chasing. What I need, I'm gon' take it. This my high, this my crescendo. Ay, between the lines, just let the wind blow. I think love would make me happy. Hard to breathe and hard to feel with these eyes staring at me. Hard to think and hard to see why they be so demanding. I can't be myself in here, man, no one understands me. Not even my family, I think love would make me happy. Resting, having money in my hand to help the passing. Time it takes to hide away and lay out just relaxing. Disconnecting, hide away. Need some peace of mind today. No, you can't make me happy. Tried that one too many times. I told myself that last week. One day I'm gonna get me mine. Until then I'm just lapping, crying, screaming, laughing at the fact that I be lapping. Running, feeling undefeated. I can make me happy. See, only I can make me happy. Yeah, I can make me happy. Wow, hey, I can make me happy. Hey. Only I can make me happy. Not all the time, I'm learning now. It's balance that I'm lacking. Slowing down, prioritize, learning from all these actions. Stretching every second, making sure I don't forget it. The present's such a blessing, yeah. See, sometimes I get in that zone where I'm like, nah, I can't. But then I'm like, nah, it's a go, we straight. It's a go, we straight. Yeah, hey, this a go. Overzealous with the flow, still in control. You can tell that he got no fear. Rock and roll when it's heavy, carry on still in the tone. How you feel stuck on your own hill? I can tell it just as well as I can sell it. I'm a Don King to my hood, I've been a relic. Put that on me, cause I know I'm about to get it. This is witness or assist. Either way, I'm on a mission. Wasn't happy with myself, so I had to hit it harder. Got it back in order, vision bent on the broader border. Built the businesses up with the kin, sticks and bricks and mortar. Straight to the end, I move like water. Again, like mama told her, boy, you better learn. All I heard through that apartment, crash that wagon trying to park it. I'm riding like a marksman in the shoddy seat. Overturn, who go in the seat? I don't do it for myself, left it off for who up after me. Hey, and doing that still make me happy. Yeah. And knowing this still make me happy. I gotta shine on, yeah. Shine this time, better grind. Can't waste no time. Gotta shine. Yeah. Gotta shine on, yeah. Da. Thanks, guys.
And we're back. See, I told y'all. Oh, cha! Come on, Jeremy.
You know, man.
Oh, Jeremy, like, so seriously, I am so very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
Like, I had to hold this party in for just a minute. But like, I was back there behind the monitors like, I'm in concert. What I appreciate about you is you don't care if it's 1, 100, or 1 million. You give everything. I love that about you. You hear me?
Thank you.
Don't ever stop doing that.
Thank you.
1 or 1 million, you are performing. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
So tell me about this new work, this new album that you're getting into.
So the new album, it is a lot about me,
Okay.
a lot about my trials that I've been through, kind of learning from some of my failures and mistakes, and it's a lot of vulnerable music with a lot of emotion. It's a lot of emotion. It's positive, and
Okay.
I'm really excited to share it.
Okay.
Cool.
So you shared 2 tracks with us today.
I did.
One you haven't named yet.
Yeah, I haven't named it.
It's called Choices right now, but who knows? The names are always like, they'll come when I upload it.
All right, so tell me, now, we go back, we go
Yes,
way
ma'am.
back, right? Like way back to like diapers.
Yeah.
All right, so I've known you for a minute, but since you became a superstar, started your walk in this journey of music, right? We've become closer, you've become an arrow, I've been your dream archer.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you've been through some things, and so today's show is about mental health. So tell me, how has mental health issues like impacted your creativity?
So with my mental health, I was diagnosed with acute depression and anxiety.
Okay.
I had a few different triggers, one mainly that stems from an incident that happened with me involving law enforcement in Austin, Texas. And what I realized though was after that event happened and I started going to counseling for it often and talking about it and breaking down what happened there, I realized there was a lot of other things that happened in my childhood and in my young adult life that kind of went unaddressed.
Right.
And they were kind of just suppressed, and I began to live through them, but I really had to uncover them a lot more.
Okay. And you put that in your music.
Yeah, I think the music, it addresses the doubt that I felt, the insecurity, or even some songs where it's just full me kind of wallowing in my sadness at times, or being overly joyful because I've, got past something that I've been struggling with for a long time.
Oh, you preaching to the choir, bro.
Yes, ma'am.
So no, I know that, but that's the thing about it, that when you're a creative, sometimes those struggles, if you use them, it'll propel you.
Yeah, I think I'm blessed to be able to have a outlet like that, because I know there's so many people that go through different things. There's so many different traumatic situations that people end up in. And sometimes you don't have an outlet, and it could be a lot harder to get through them. But for me, it's awesome that I'm able to take advantage of being able to see a therapist, and sometimes just being able to make music, and I make that music and I'm talking to myself sometimes, and because I know that there's other people going through the same things that I'm going through. So if I can encourage myself through a song, I, in my mind, think someone else is gonna be able to hear it and be encouraged, so.
You are telling the truth, because one of your songs that you did, I don't even know how many years ago, I still have it on my exercise playlist, Illuminate.
Okay.
That's my jam.
Yeah.
Because it is, for me, it's positive and encouraging. And so it's talking about that road of growing up and never giving up.
Yes,
We're going to
ma'am.
play that video later, watch and see. Let me ask you this, because I know you got to get out of here. This is a working man, y'all. Okay, so my last question, tell us where we can see you perform, where we can follow you on social media and all that good stuff.
All the information is on my Instagram.
Okay.
You can follow me there, Jeremy Kingg. That's Jeremy Kingg. It's 2 G's.
2 G's.
Yes. So there, and on my Twitter as well. I'll always be posting about my upcoming shows and events.
Okay, see, Jeremy, I'm gonna come out there watch and see. You're gonna be like,
Yes,
oh,
ma'am.
I'm in the
It's
crowd.
So many cool people to meet. Our city is doing so much for art and cultures, and giving entrepreneurs like myself a chance to really just grow organically. So it's really cool.
You said it. We were talking about it before. You have to grow right here. It's called Grow Where You're Planted. You don't always have to go, but you can stack your resume right here, perform, perfect your craft, and then when you go, it's like, oh, I've already done this. I'm already groomed for this.
What I'm
ready.
I want to have roots here in the city, so when I do expand and grow out of that, then I'll always have the support of my city, and they're knowing that no matter where I'm going, I'm taking all of us up with me. I want them to, celebrate as I elevate, because I'm doing that for all my peers and a lot of people I see growing, just like you.
I
You're
love
doing
you.
it. I love you too.
Listen, I gotta let Jeremy Kingg with 2 G's go. Y'all look him up on all his Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. This guy is phenomenal, and I'm gonna let him go with this last video. It's called Illuminate, one of my favorites. We'll see you right back here. Oh, hey, by the way, guess who my next guest is?
My mom.
Yes, yes, Miss
Stay tuned,
Nevetta
guys.
King. Yes, it's gonna get real in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for coming. I love you. God bless you.
Yes.
Keep doing great things.
You do the same. Yes, ma'am. Let's do it.
Jeremy Kingg, y'all.
I'll be back. Y'all stay tuned.
I thank God for my homies. I thank God for my stress. I thank God when I'm lonely. That's when I write at my best. I take my time and move this baloney. Tryna stack my bread. 'Cause when it's all done and said, I want that halo on my head. I want my dad to know he did his best and really did succeed. Took a seed and made it grow tall, turned it into me. Showed me all the roads to go down and all the roads to leave. So anytime I don't know how, I still know to believe and I grow. More patient with the time changing, and I know I can't be here forever, so there's no time wasting. Distraction comes in like shade right when the day's ending. And if your light won't shine, you'll find yourself imprisoned, trapped in the system, cycle of living, just going in circles, still missing the mission. After a while, you'll grow complacent with what you need, except the key to leave. So I just need you to see me shine bright, homie. Not from no ice, you keep your chains. I'm talking about life, homie. And what it's worth, one chance on earth, gotta do it right, homie. You could die tonight, homie. Don't wait till it's too late to try and change your life, homie. Do it. Reminiscing on everything that we've lived through, and dreaming of everything we gon' get to. I promise I'll illuminate the path, making music that'll last. Put my foot down on the gas.
As I look over my shoulder and I think about this life, all I hope to see is that my people get it right. I ain't worked this hard for nothing, had to let go of my pride. Been a slave to sacrifice, but I don't get to do that twice. So shine bright, homie. Set that light where they can see it. Keep that head up where they need it. Let the world be the reason. Shine bright, homie. Shine bright, homie.
The past can be a scary thing to look at, so only look back for lessons learned. Keeping in mind how long I've waited for the chance just to show myself approved on this microphone again. So many people doubted on the sound I had to bring, 'cause I give it to them raw. Well, that's what the people need, begging please, I don't wanna see another fall. They drop their jaw like they don't know our backs against the wall. They see us hurting, the only thing that's certain is all of us will not make it. Like they said, get rich or die trying, they ain't lying, but I ain't made a cent in my whole life, I've been slaving. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm still rhyming, 'cause I am standing here in the flesh, on my right and left, trying to take these steps and my Nikes isn't likely. So suit up and lace your boots up, it's your time, and never doubt inside that it might be. See, leaning out on your own knowledge from college, take out from your deposit inside yourself, 'cause you got it. 'Cause we started from the bottom, now we here. I ain't saying it's easy, all I'm saying is don't fear, persevere. I can show you the door, and I can give you the keys, but the rest is up to you. I just hope when it's over and I'm resting in peace, all my soldiers are shining and play their part in history.
As I look over my shoulder and I think about this life, all I hope to see is that my people get it right. I ain't worked this hard for nothing, had to let go of my pride. Been a slave to sacrifice, but I don't get to do that twice. So shine bright, homie. Set that light where they can see it. Keep that head up where they need it. Let the world be the reason. Shine bright, homie. Shine bright, homie.
I just hope people hear it as clear as I try to make it. Sometimes I think, man, I'm jamming too many words into these songs, and it's not catchy enough, and they're gonna have to really sit down and actually listen and digest this, for what it is. And all I can ask, man, is that y'all just continue to let your light shine, because all of you have a light, and it's the light of Christ. And it's a dark world that we live in, sometimes, but let your light shine. Inspire yourself. Pull from others. And get that inspiration and just share it. Transfer that positivity.
Amen. Amen.
And welcome back to the Forward Progress Show. See, I told y'all think I'm playing. Y'all better look up Jeremy Kingg with 2 G's. But I'm back with my co-host, Jade Turner.
Hello.
She's been missing in action for a while, y'all, but she's back now. We've got grandson antics for you today. If you want something different, you have to do something different, okay? Elevate, grandson antics. And I told you this whole, Instagram us. I told you this whole story to introduce Jeremy's mom. You know what? Nevetta King.
Yes.
We've been took this for a long time. We've been friends for a long time.
Lots of history.
Our kids were in diapers, we were pregnant together, all that good stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
But look what I found out. That after all those years, I'm going to introduce you as my guest on the Forward Progress Show today as Nevetta King, MA, LCPC of Expanding Roots. Oh my God. I am so proud of you.
Exciting, exciting, exciting.
For the audience that may be ignorant to these abbreviations like myself, what did you just call her?
Please.
Basically, those were my credentials.
Thank
The MA stands for, or represents the fact that I have obtained my master's degree in Christian counseling.
Hey.
And the LCPC is a licensed clinical pastoral counselor.
Nice. Hey, just for the uneducated in that area,
Well, I appreciate that, Jade. That
like
was very
myself.
good. Listen, see, I am so proud of you. Jeremy Kingg was just on this show a few minutes ago, and he shared his heart. And we don't talk about mental health and all of those issues that come along with it, especially when it comes to our kids, right?
Right.
And so to have him start off the show, it was very important for me so you could see his gift, right?
Right.
But being his parent and having to go through this journey with him, I'm sure has not been easy for you.
It has not been easy at all. It was one of the most difficult seasons that I had the opportunity to be a part of. And I call it an opportunity.
Come on now.
Because out of that experience, growth took place.
Yeah.
However, when you're in the trenches, sometimes it's hard to see the reward on the other side.
Oh, that's really good. That leads me to my first question though. Like, why is it so hard for people to reach out and ask for help when we're going through mental, like we go like this, mental issues or
Right,
I got
right,
problems.
right.
We won't even call it what it is. Why is it so hard?
I believe that it's hard for people to reach out to get help because of stigma.
Okay.
And stigma is a broad term. However, it basically has mental health has a negative connotation.
Yeah. Sure.
And I've learned that stigma can be internal, which is something we put on ourselves. And then it's also external when you end up dealing with people who are uneducated or unaware.
Okay.
I've learned that when you are dealing with people that are unaware and uneducated when it comes to mental health, that you become perceived in a certain way.
Right.
Yeah.
And that also stops people from getting treatment.
You know what? That's one of the reasons why I wanted Jeremy to perform before we talk, because that stigma that you say, it's like people, we want to say, oh, that's the person with mental illness, not like mental illness is something that happens to us.
Right.
It's like if you break your leg, right?
Right.
If you have a runny nose,
Right.
it's the same thing. It's like you got a problem with your brain right now.
Right.
Therapy, sometimes medication, definitely prayer will help you through these things, right?
This is correct.
Okay, so Kay, please tell me, okay, what inspired you to like press through and persevere? Like, I know you had to go through a lot to open up your business, start your business, right? And what pushed you and motivated you to walk in your dream of expanded roots?
That is a great question. I would have to say that it was really being obedient to the call of God that's on my life.
Come on, be real.
And so when you're going through things individually, you don't realize that that is preparation for destiny. And so between my personal experience, between walking with God for so long and being a part of ministry, and between my profession, I learned and I now see that God was preparing me through all three of those things to be able to do what he has naturally given me the ability to do. And that is really just to actively listen to the hearts of others and be a part of their process to healing, growth, and development.
You do that so well, though. You really do. You have always done that well. So come on now.
And so when you look back on it, as I thought about being here today, you know, my heart was just so full of gratitude towards God because I understand through this journey that it's been him all the time. And so to step out on faith and to now be on the other side of having received a degree that came with much tears and perseverance and sacrifice and encouragement. To be on the other side of that it's like, wow, now I know what I want to do or what I'm created to do or
Right.
supposed to do next.
Oh,
to
that's
do next.
beautiful. That's beautiful. So, everything that you're talking about, right? It is amazing that your journey is kind of parallel with Jeremy's and such, that you guys have gone through so many things. And look at you elevating here as a therapist, and he's elevating in his music. I appreciated him so much being here, and I want to save one of these videos for this portion of the show. Y'all look out for this video right here.
This one's called Tranquility. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we was sipping on Sunday, had us daydreaming all dang night. Never take a loss though, something about this feels so right. I've been winning all weekend, living this life. I've been winning all weekend, thinking how I could go tonight, man. Never really talk much, never had a whip, had to walk much. Bus stop, back to the pedals. In and out the driving lane, I don't really care though. Can't stop, I'm not one to settle. Round here you can ball till you fall, still don't get a medal. That's why the little homie hold the medal young, he don't know no better, huh? Don't play it safe, don't die of old age. Don't hesitate, just flip that new flame. Boy, you catch a break, better not take a break. Run it all the way, takes out to the bay. Ain't no better feeling, they can tear down what I'm building. Eyes to the hills, dollar bills in the ceiling, still Southtown chilling. Ain't no better time than the day to handle business. Let's see who really with it, ayy. He walked with me on the water, then he slept through my storm. Hard to believe when we promise, yeah, we'll be fine all along. Then it all comes down, it all comes down, then it all comes down. Then it all comes down, it all comes down, then it all comes down. Yeah. See, I be talking like I don't know which way to go, and we ain't really gonna get there sometimes. That's just that fear, that's just that doubt. That's that cycle, that thing you gotta chase and you gotta break it. Break it, break it, hey! Cause I've been on the calm down, still never felt the need to rush out. How I make it happen, only think of for discussion. Done enough doubted in this life for you and us, we can cut it out. Think about the ways that they try to shut me out. Run around, I can see the greater meaning now to everything that is a season. Sometimes it's just harder to break the leaves in. I'm believing that's a blessing and a curse. Feeling someone out there always got it worse. Knowing nothing really new under the sun. So I guess I ain't going through it first. I ain't saying it don't hurt, just wake up and be grateful. Real lives, what the struggle made you, what might have made you. Real life, real story. Ain't no way that I'ma let you tell it for me. Listen, hey, you walk with me on the water, then you slept through my storm. Hard to believe when you promised us we'd be fine all along. Then it all comes down, it all comes down, then it all comes down. Yeah. Then it all comes down, it all comes down, it all comes down. Yeah. It all comes down, yeah, then it all comes down. Thought I'd be done, but not today. Hey, it all comes down again, all comes down again, every single way. It all comes down, it all comes down, then it all comes down. It all comes down, it all comes down, then it all comes down. Just hang on. Thank you guys. Love.
And we're back. I'm telling you, Jeremy performs with so much energy every time, and you can see the passion in him.
Absolutely.
Every time he performs. I don't know, we talked about him going to therapy, right?
Yes.
I don't know if he goes to therapy with you. Would that be weird?
That was definitely weird. It didn't work.
So when I went to therapy, my therapy was
just tried it.
Yeah, I tried it. My therapist was this young, beautiful, Caucasian lady. She had 2 little bitty kids, and she was wonderful. But it was some, things that I had to explain being an older black woman, and we had some cultural differences that she couldn't catch on, and some of the things I didn't catch on right away, but we worked it out. Now, that was kind of like, oh, therapy, And there's a stigma that you talked about that, right? But now I don't think it's becoming more acceptable as much as young people are like, listen, I need therapy. I need help. Unlike us who are a little older, like try to keep it a secret, but everybody can really see your stuff. I appreciate now that when Jade came and going through, can we talk about postpartum? Oh yeah, we talked about the breastfeeding shows and all that. She's like, I need therapy, but I'm afraid because you have all of these crazy stories about women going to therapy and then here comes the CPS or something like that. So she felt safe coming to you, but at the same time, how does that feel with you guys knowing each other? How is that, Jade?
For me, I think it's helpful to know the person.
Okay.
Because you don't have to get to know them. Like, I've never been to therapy with someone I didn't know, but so I don't know how that would work. I'm sure I enjoy speaking to people, so I think it'd have been fine. But the comfortability to just start off on our intake one was like, listen, you already know that part. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's jump past that. I've Snapchatted you my intake. Let's focus on the meat and potatoes of it. But on the flip side, I guess it just speaks to Ms. K's professionalism in that there's no fear that therapy will leak into regular life unless I bring it up. And there's no like, I guess that would be somebody's hesitation would be like, what if I run into you at HEB? I don't need you to try to therapize, is not the word, but it's mine. You try to therapize me at HEB. But if you, so that, I think that'd be a benefit of not knowing the person. You only see them when you go to therapy.
Right.
But for me, I needed, for what I was going through, like I said, with postpartum, with marriage and myself, I felt more comfortable because I felt like you know me, so you want me to win. I'm not just like, oh, you're 230, that's X amount of dollars. I'm like, you're for me, and I needed that for, not to say for my therapy to work, because I literally been to 2.5 sessions. The half is the, I don't know how therapy works. I'd be texting. I'd be like, hey, take me off the clock. But let me ask you this question. I am new to it. And I think you said it is becoming more accepted, though.
Yeah.
And the younger people and other people are just, the stigma is like crazy people go to therapy.
Right.
White people go to therapy, let's be honest. So no, everybody can heal or grow from, and having mental health issues, that in itself sounds very negative.
Right.
But just when you see that, okay, if I can get over this, if I can grow through this, you can see the other side. I think that's where
She's showing us, right?
yeah, and people are like, okay, no, I want to get on this other side. Being depressed every day, being sad every day, it's just not worth it. And then I think like when you have so much going on, and like nowadays with social media where you're trying to be happy, you feel the weight of I'm faking. Versus in the past, you could be like, oh, just get through work, fake it till you make it. Now it's too much.
Because everybody
you have
can
to fake
see
on
it.
multiple levels. You know what I'm saying? So I think that makes it daunting. It makes it like, you know what? Let me just get help, and then I don't have to fake it through this anymore. Or at the very least, even if I'm not quickly healing, I'm able to express myself. I think that's one thing about the new generation, and they want to speak up and they want to express themselves, good, bad, or indifferent. And therapy allows, like you said, she's an active listener, and it's amazing. You just be like, my whole heart is on this table now. How much time do we have? And then she's there, you know. And I think all therapists, I think that might be what y'all supposed to do. Right. If your therapist doesn't make you feel safe, like a safe space, then maybe don't go to them. They may not be right for you, but I do know you have to check them out. Yeah. But I knew from the jump going to somebody who I felt like was on my team was going to be most impactful. Does that make sense?
It does.
That makes a lot of sense. I would like to add that we mentioned my youngest son, Jeremy, and his struggle with mental health. And being his mother, and also at the time, I was in school.
Right.
When his issues began to surface, and it was a very difficult line to walk to try to apply the knowledge that I was gaining and separate mama.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And for the both of us. And at the same time, to please me, I believe he endeavored to share certain things with me. But once he reached outside and received help externally, then it was more liberating for him because he could be totally transparent and not have to worry about how what he said or expressed affected me. And so in that scenario, it did not work.
I could see,
as far as working
because that's your
with
child.
someone. Absolutely. And so on the flip side, before I got to the therapy role, or the therapist role, in ministry, my pastors, before they became my pastors. We were friends. And God it has to be him giving me a grace to operate in a dual role. So although we are friends, I'm able to, when we are in ministry, operate as their spiritual daughter. And I have learned that over time. And so when it came time, when Jade approached me about therapy to say, do you think it would be a conflict of interest?
I did ask you that,
She did ask me. And I told her I didn't, because the Holy Spirit and I have already, we've been doing this dance
I didn't know that.
for 10 years. And so that was a part of that preparation that you never know.
Right.
But I will say, in my first session with her, when she poured out her heart, I'm looking at, my baby Jade crying. And
you did a good job.
It was tough. It was very tough to see the brokenness and not respond from Tia, is what she called me. And so, but once I got past that and understood, my purpose in her life in this role, it was easier, but it was hard. It was hard.
Well, again, I'll give you a pat on the back. You did a great job. I didn't see that. I just was like,
I'm so I got goosebumps, tears, the Holy Spirit. I got it all right now. I'm just, because it's
make my therapy a reality show. We'll go behind the scenes. We'll bring it back. No,
we can do it. We can do that. Okay. Okay. So
Here at
here's
FwdProgress.
we are over time now.
Okay.
But no, that was good, because that preparation.
Yes.
You don't know what it's for until you get there, and then you like,
Yes.
was that? Awesome. Last thing. Can you please help us? Give us some tips. Give us some insight of what we can do to help our mental, help us with mental illness.
Okay.
If we catch a mental illness cold, is that what it's called? It's
Something
like you don't be
just happen to find yourself in a place,
stressed
in a
out,
situation.
depressed.
Absolutely.
Like I might not be full on diagnosed,
Right.
but headaches and depression and stress, and that's a part of mental illness, right?
It is very
So
much
can
so,
you
the
please give
beginning
us some
stages.
tips on how to overcome that while I'm going through? What do I do? Give us some tips. What to do?
A few things come to mind. I definitely would start with positive self-talk.
Yes, that's
Because when we become bombarded in life with just everyday life experiences, disappointments, happy times, sad times, we have a tendency to go with our emotions, to be emotionally driven. However, we want it to start in our mind.
Right.
And so if you think about the whole person, we're body, spirit, mind, body, and spirit, right? And so you want to take time. The word tells us to renew, to be transformed by the renewing of our mind.
Right.
And so if you could grapple hold of your thoughts
Yep.
and take time to think positively, that will then affect how you are feeling and action, because our thoughts turn into our actions. Yes. And so one tip is that when life gets hard, you want to center your thinking and focus and try positive self-thinking. Don't just focus on the negative.
Okay.
Another one will be exercise. I used to hear all the time that people would say when you exercise, the body naturally releases certain
Chemicals,
endorphins, hormones that help us deal with stress, help lift our mood. And so you take it for granted. But once you begin to incorporate at least 30 minutes a day if you can, and you can, set small goals. If you can't do 30, start with 15.
Okay.
Start wherever you are, but you incorporate that into your daily routine, and naturally your body will begin to release what it is that you need to fight off the anxiety, the stress, and the depression before it gets at a clinical level.
Right.
Yes. Trust me.
Let's see. Another thought and a tip that Jade and I are practicing right now is mindfulness.
Mindfulness? What is that?
Mindfulness.
It's difficult is what it is.
Positive self-talk. What is mindfulness?
Mindfulness is being present in the moment, right?
Yes.
And so you want to not dwell on past
Okay.
emotions or situations. You don't want to dwell on difficult things, but you want to, in the moment, stay focused on what is presently happening with you in the moment. Because sometimes we can be life isn't always bad. And so you're in a good moment, and all it takes is a thought to trigger a whole nother set of emotions.
Yeah.
And so when you're practicing mindfulness, whatever that thought that comes to you, if it's not affecting your right now in a positive way, then no, we're not going down that rabbit trail mentally. And so that's just a few.
Well, we'll have you back on, Nevetta, and so you can be our resident mental health guru as we do the behind the scenes with Jade Turner, and we'll see how her therapy works out.
I get better. No, I'm just
We're on Team Turner.
Always.
No,
Yes,
but
indeed.
man, Kay, for real, I've referred to her as Nevetta, Kay, and Tuta. Again, this is my friend, and I am so proud and I am so honored. I'm so serious that you are here and the years that we've been through, and for this to be mindful in this moment to really say thank you. I'm grateful. Wow. For real, for real. Take on these notes that she has given us. Check out her Expanded Roots website. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, Nevetta.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, Jade. It's always a pleasure having you here. Remember, you can go from dream to screen, page to stage, and you can make forward progress at any age. I'm your host, Deanna Brown. God bless you, and thank you for joining us.